Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl, Sasha Banks, the Legit Boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. And available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it. Make sure you always got your new Going Around notifications. One thing I noticed, Larson, is that so Sasha is in the intro still. I never did swap her out, and a good thing I didn't.
Yep.
Because she's back.
She's back.
Yeah.
She has blue hair now.
I know. I might just change the hue on that little piece of video.
There you go.
So that her hair goes from pink to blue right there. Apologies in advance in case any of our listeners out there can hear whatever they're doing beyond this wall right here.
Yeah, behind this wall.
I thought this was all open air over here.
There's something going on. No, they're just kind of landscaping's the word. They're just sweeping. The landlords are sweeping the leaves. And
the leaf guy down there gave me the stink eye because I came in. There's like leaves everywhere, but apparently he had his own system of organization. And I drove up in my normal parking spot, which was like on the edge of one of this big batch of leaves. Then he gave me the stink eye. I'm like, there's leaves everywhere, man. Where am I supposed to park?
Yeah.
So I just like backed up and I parked in a different spot. Evidently that was okay.
All right.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
You're like the proverbial dog that runs through the pile of leaves after you rake it all up, aren't you?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Wow.
I thought it'd be fun. I thought he was going to do like a leaf maze.
That's what the dog thinks, too.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
And they all look like they're having a blast.
Yeah.
What do
you
I
know
care?
who's not having a blast?
Leaf guy.
Yeah.
What do I care?
Think about other people, Steve.
Anyways, you know who's thinking about other people? Sasha Banks. She's thinking of beating up a lot of people.
Apparently.
She made her big return last night to Monday Night Raw, as reported 10 times by Brad Shepard. It finally happened, Larson. One of his predictions came true.
Yeah.
Somebody actually came back, and it was Sasha Banks. So she comes down and at first is acting like a baby face, which is a good guy.
Oh, okay.
During Natalya's little speech,
yes,
that she was getting booed out of that building, anyways.
Yeah, it was a weird little speech because it was, "Good on you, Becky. I'm not done with you yet, my dad."
Yeah, right.
So it vacillated from conciliatory to antagonistic,
defiant. Yeah,
yes,
sure.
Defiant to sentimental.
Yeah. And within about 30 seconds of her beginning the entire thing, the crowd started chanting, "Boring."
Yeah.
And then when she mentioned her dad, like the last few people chanting "boring" stopped, and they were kind of quiet. And then Sasha's music hit, and the crowd went crazy. She comes down. She's got purple hair, but it looked very wig-like in the first place. And she like hugs some kids. Gives them some of her gear.
There were some kids some girls in the front row along the ramp that had like full Sasha gear.
So she's like, "I like you. Here's my glasses and like an arm bracelet or something like that."
Yeah.
And then she goes in there. She gives Natalya a hug, and she says, "Your dad up there will be very proud of you, Night Hardwood."
Yeah.
And then she starts to go to maybe get a mic or something. Then she turns around, whack.
Yeah.
Oh, lays out Natalya.
Ooh.
Beats the crowd. The crowd's going crazy for that. They're
Yes.
saying, "Thank you, Sasha," and, cheering her on. And then, so she's beating the crap out of Natalya. And then Becky Lynch comes down.
Correct.
To make the save.
Correct.
And then Sasha beats the crap out of her, lays her out on the outside with a bunch of chair shots, some visual ones. Did you see that angle the fan got?
Yeah.
Becky lifted her head too high.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of a swing.
Yeah, it clipped her head a bit.
Got nailed. Ooh.
There's a pretty good sized dent in the back of that chair too.
Sure, it was a pretty decent sized dent in the back of Becky's head as well.
Well, I mean, she was on Twitter saying receipts coming your way, Sasha.
Yeah. And then Sasha had some funny
the birds.
Yeah.
Above her head, some stars.
Like a giant, it's like a hairy. And then Sasha had some funny stuff. She had like a clip from, I'm assuming it's one of those Housewives show. I don't know, or somebody was like talking crap about somebody named Becky. It was pretty funny.
Oh, the one she just put this morning?
Yeah.
Isn't that from shoot? I thought that was from I Love New York.
I have no idea. I Love New York.
Well, I mean,
I saw it last night. Whatever it was, I saw it last night.
There was you never saw I Love New York?
I
Well, it goes back to when Flavor of Love, when Flava Flav had the dating show. There was a contestant on there. I think her nickname was just New York, and then she was such a popular personality. They spun off into all sorts of shows for her. I thought she was in one of those clips that Sasha put up.
Could
but
be.
When I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, what's this on my Twitter?
Yeah.
So I could be completely mistaken.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah. So no, I have no idea. I do not. I'm not really up to date on all that kind of stuff. For half a second I was up on Flava of Love. That was like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago, huh?
Was that on? Was that on First, or was the Bret Michaels one on First?
Man, I don't know. I assume that one that was a pioneering one. That's the one that I saw.
Oh, this is Charm School.
That's Charm School?
Yeah, I remember Charm School.
I don't know any of these things, man.
Yes, I remember Charm School. That was on VH1 too.
The whole new side of it. I didn't think I knew this side of you. I didn't know you did that stuff.
Well, I've watched my fair share of reality television. Let me tell you.
Is that your choice?
Sometimes.
Diplomatic way of putting it. Oh man. Anyways, and Mr. Dope is a fan too. He says Charm School was the rock of love for girls. So yeah, don't have any idea about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
In any event, so it looks like she's going to be feuding with Becky, which is a big time feud.
Yes.
There was an interview, a couple little bits with Becky when she was asked about Sasha Banks over the past week in the lead up to SummerSlam, where she would basically egg her on and say, "Oh, you're hiding behind your social media talking about the flowers and the birds and all this kind of stuff, and nobody's stepping up to fight the man." Well, she stepped up to fight the man. Are we looking at that probably for Hell in a Cell, right?
I would think so.
That makes you want to go to Hell in a Cell now? It's in Sacramento.
No.
It's like it nudged me from like 10% want to go to like 15%.
Well, there is another pay-per-view between that. It's Clash of Champions September in Charlotte.
That's right. Yeah.
So
I imagine this feud is probably going to last through a couple pay-per-views.
Yeah,
though,
I would think so.
Which is good. I hope they give them lots of time and lots of breathing room for their matches.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see Sasha back, and it's nice to see that they have some plan for her. Evidently,
it's nice that she came back and I'm guessing this is at her behest as a heel.
Well, okay. So a couple questions about that though. Is the crowd going to accept her ever as a heel?
No.
This is the exact reaction that Becky got when she turned heel at SummerSlam last year.
Yeah.
Is the crowd going to then turn on Becky?
I don't know. I mean, like,
she's the institution now.
Yeah. She is the man now.
She is the man. Yeah. Appropriate.
So short of them having Sasha come out and like walk over puppies to get to the ring or something like that,
yeah,
she has to do something dastardly to get genuine heel heat. Otherwise, she's going to be the cool heel that everybody likes, and that leads to tweener, which leads to boring face turn.
Yeah, or they're. I mean, I don't. They'll probably just keep on trying to force her into the heel thing. Now, I don't know. Maybe they'll just let it play out the way it's going to play out. If they do it right, fans will just be cheering both these people.
Exactly.
It'll be like Rock Austin type thing. They'll just be cheering
exactly, and that is
for like a really cool thing.
I don't think they should try to shoehorn anybody into a particular into the extremes of the heel face dynamic. Just let these characters be the characters they are, and however the crowd reacts, that's how they react. Mm-hmm. But if they have Sasha and they see the crowd is really embracing heel Sasha and have her do something awful, people are just like, well, why are you making her do awful things when it's out of character for her to do that?
They tried to do that at first with Becky, and they learned better. You'd think that they would have learned their lesson. It's like, just have her do her thing. Just let her go out there, be her. If she attacks people and people want to boo her, they'll boo her. If they like seeing people, honestly, that's all wrestling fans really want to see is unpredictability, and they want to see action now. They want to see violence. They want to see people wreck stuff.
And that's one of the reasons that Becky's momentum slowed post Rumbles, because she stopped
being action now, man.
Stop hitting people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They thought, oh, let's have her talk instead of hitting people. It doesn't work that way. People want to see Becky hit people.
Yeah, totally. What'd you think of Raw in a nutshell last night?
It was all right. It wasn't a terrible show.
I didn't even think it was close to being a terrible show. It was a really fun show.
It was relatively enjoyable.
Yeah.
Didn't have any necessarily qualms about it.
People liked it. The community tab poll was at 49% yay, in between 18%. So about 60%, almost 60% of you thought it was either good or kind of good.
Honestly, the one thing that surprised me most about the Sasha thing, and maybe this is some timing in terms of negotiating her comeback, is that this wasn't the match for SummerSlam.
You know what I love about that though is that they didn't like rush it. They didn't. They didn't wheel her out 2 weeks before.
No, I know, I agree with that. But like, if she'd come back 2 months earlier, all to build to a SummerSlam match, that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Like, imagine this: if at was it Extreme Rules? Yeah, where Baron is out there, he drops Becky with the End of Days, and then that's when Brock cashed in, right? Was it Extreme Rules? Or was it Stomping Ground?
Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules. Okay, and then yeah. I guess that only been a month. And then we were all wanting Becky to get involved at the end there to do something, not just be out there and sell. What if Sasha had come out then as if she was going to help her friend Becky, and then and that helped Brock cash in. Yeah, that way to give time for it to develop. Yeah, kind of made that up on the spot.
Don't plan to watch. Was it 20%? So that's way down. And then plan to watch later was at 10%. The nays were only at 4%, so a lot of you liked it. I thought there was a lot to really like last night. I thought
I'm really happy King of the Ring's coming back. Hopefully there's actually a real reward at the end instead of cheesy props.
Like a felt cape and
that's
a plastic
the opposite
crown.
of what I'm talking about.
That's what I want to see. And then no story advancement.
But that's
Do not capitalize on the momentum for the King of the Ring. By the way, Drew's totally winning that.
No, Kevin Owens is winning that.
You think Kevin Owens is going to win that? What's your logic on that one?
Shane won the tournament, best in the world tournament. If they're going to propel this feud any further, you have Kevin Owens win King of the Ring, so we can say I'm the King of the Ring. No, I'm the best of the world. I'm the King of the Ring.
If they want to harken back, if they're trying to make him Stone Cold, they want to harken back to Stone Cold, they could do that. But Drew's totally winning it.
No, I picked Kevin Owens right now.
Okay.
It feels great though. It feels awesome. I'm happy. It's varied.
Yeah.
It's not just all, top tier, upper mid carders. Like Shelton Benjamin's in it. Sure, I know he's going to lose in the first round. Yeah. But the fact that he's even in it's cool. At least we're going to get one good Shelton Benjamin match out of the whole thing.
Well, sort of the more important thing though is what are they going to? What's the point of it?
Well, I know if the winner of this just gets the honor of being King of the Ring, that's not good enough.
I'm hoping the point of it is a showcase for the good wrestling. Yeah. That's what I really, really, really want this to be. I mean, we've talked for ages about how if they brought back a tournament, if they brought back King of the Ring, it could be their G1. I don't expect that. But, boy, it'd be cool if it was that, It'd be really cool if they actually focused, hey, let's put on these killer 20 to 30-minute matches and absolutely just kill it. Got a couple new patrons in, so I'm going to go ahead and read their names now. Ricky Lawrence, PJ Holohan, and Zachary Holcomb. Thanks so much. On the Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson, we have a variety of reward tiers over there that you guys can check out. And yeah, it's all good stuff. We have tons of bonus content. You get early access to stuff. So yeah, it's all good stuff. Raw began with a Seth Rollins promo. He came out in business casual.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, do you want to do the announcement? Do you have an announcement there?
No, this is for Fun Wrestling.
Oh, that's for You're working on Fun Wrestling.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry. Fun Wrestling, we're going to stream that today. That's the announcement.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the Draw 4 Decider.
The Decider? That's what you decided on?
Yeah, it's bad.
You didn't leave a little bit more room for collaboration on that
one?
Fun Wrestling. I could have come up with something.
I went to thesaurus.com. I was content with Decider. It gets to the point. It's sufficiently bad.
All right.
Not quite a pay-per-view, but it's a special episode of Fun Wrestling.
All right. Sounds good.
Anyway, it's seeming... This is on my mind, so I'll touch on it now. Their new approach to getting Seth over is to get every other babyface to come out and say, "Good job, Seth. You're the one that beat Brock." Mm-hmm. That's what it's going to be apparently.
Who? Oh, because of Ricochet and Braun at the end. Yeah. Okay.
And Braun hands him the belt and shakes his hand. Is like, "Good job, Seth. You did it.
Well done."
And that's the only reason I know Stone Cold was on Raw last night to promote a show, but that was like barely a sentence they got out about. Straight up Steve Austin. It was all Stone Cold putting over Seth.
I honestly, I'll have to look at your notes. I didn't read it. I didn't watch it.
There are no notes. I didn't write any notes.
Okay,
it was just
good.
him putting over Seth. Is all it was.
It was so cringy to me.
It really was.
It was so cringy. I like when Stone Cold. I love his podcast. I love when he talks about the business from his standpoint. How he actually feels about the business. I don't like when he talks like it's real. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not into it. Anyways.
But me going back to, you had Brett at SummerSlam. There's that. especially given Brett's prior criticisms of Seth. Interesting that he's one is like, oh, you can do it,
Did at SummerSlam? Did they actually have a live mic on him to hear what he was saying?
Yeah, kind of.
They
I think
did?
it was like camera mic.
Oh,
you can kind of hear a little conversation. And there was someone else that they had. Oh, it was the whole DX thing. They're trying really hard to give Seth as much rub as possible, especially now that he's won. They're going to have like every babyface go up to him.
Well, yeah. I mean, it fits into the story. Brock held that title hostage.
It does.
It
does. But they're kind of being. They're being oddly subtle about it.
How would they?
Because in the past, I feel like someone coming out is like, Seth, thank you for freeing this championship from the grips of the beast.
Yeah.
Instead of now, it's just where come out. It's like, here, I want to shake your hand.
Yeah.
It's just oddly subtle.
Yeah. All right. I was hoping that Braun would lay him out.
Yeah, me too.
See, that would be great if you got the club coming at him in the beginning, and that's what I was hoping it would be. The club would come out at the beginning, which that was awesome. Because then immediately he's 3-1 odds. AJ challenges him for later in the night. Then at the end of the night, Braun comes out, helps him out, like lays him out. He got a big pop. Braun did. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, it's like a good reset on him. He lays like Seth out, or I mean, there was a moment when he sort of looks at the title and then he like just hands it over to him, shakes his hand. So it's like, okay, this could be something down the line. But I just want to see. We've seen this. We've said this before with Becky. And
action now.
I want everybody gunning for him.
Exactly.
Everybody coming at him from all sides.
You can be friends, you can get along with somebody and still want that championship. It's just, when they're so stringent and firm on face heel dynamic. It's like when a face has a title, God forbid another face actually wants an opportunity at that belt.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Even Ricochet, it's like have Ricochet lay him out. Have everybody just gunning for him.
Or you're not even just lay him out. Like instead of Braun just saying, here's their belt, shake hands, he gives it to him and just like holds on to it for a second, then lets go, and then they have a little stare down. That's it.
Yeah.
It's all about make it about competition.
I haven't seen the entire series, but from what I understand, everybody wanted that stupid little ring in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And didn't everybody, like whenever they encountered it, they were like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
And they start getting freaked out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's how the Universal title should be.
That's how every championship should be.
Everybody, well, nobody's going to feel that way. What? You know what's funny? That's exactly what the 24/7 title is.
That's the most
Everybody
prized,
looks at it and they freak out over it.
It's seemingly the most prized title in all of WWE.
It's precious. It's the precious.
It is precious, yes.
Yeah. You want to do this first? Because now we're at 17 minutes.
Yeah,
okay. Before we continue, here's a word from the sponsor of today's show, Manscaped. How many times has your lover gone down to your fun zone and encountered a total mess? A thicket of bush no man or woman should ever have to journey into. Sure, they may remain quiet about it because most people just think that's par for the course.
But messy doesn't have to be normal thanks to Manscaped. Look, I've always wanted to keep my crotch mane clean, but in the past, far too often I've set out to trim my front area only to come away with bits of sack flesh.
Ouch!
Thanks to harsh trimmers.
Ooh!
That don't keep in mind the well-being of my ball skin.
Ew.
But Manscaped has changed the game.
That's right. Manscaped has completely redesigned the electric trimmer with their Lawnmower 2.0, which has proprietary tech that keeps your front area safe from cuts and snags. And you know what else they got?
What?
Crop preserver.
Oh, yeah.
An anti-chafing deodorant and moisturizer that goes on your junk. We all put deodorant on our underarms most of the time, so why not keep another smelly part of your body, your nether region, smelling clean and fresh?
And right now, friendos get 20% off and free shipping and a free travel bag by going to manscaped.com and using promo code GIR. Use the right tools to keep your ball skin safe. Trust me, your balls will thank you.
Not to mention your lover when he or she goes down to your hog zone and sees and smells that it's clean as a dream. No one likes messy junk. Again, get 20% off, free shipping, and a free travel bag by going to manscaped.com and using promo code GIR. Thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring today's show, and you're really helping out Going In Raw and your ball skin and potentially your lover by going to manscaped.com and using promo code GIR. After that, we had what was supposed to be Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
No, we didn't start off the kick. We didn't kick off with the show.
Oh
we
my God,
that's any
right.
recap yet.
And we went straight to that. Seth Rollins, I was jumping around in the notes here. Seth Rollins came down in business casual, dropped promo.
Yeah.
He said, I did it. I'm best.
He said, it's because of you, crowd. I didn't think I could do it. It's because of you.
Don't talk about the crowd. I hate that.
I did it.
Don't do that.
I did it because you pushed me to do.
I did it because if this FPOS can do it, any FPOS can do it.
Can we make that shirt, please?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Know
I was
talking
going to do it
about
last night. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think that'd be a huge seller for us.
I'd probably buy one. I got to buy that pizza shirt.
Who doesn't want pizza? Anyways, OC, the original official only club that matters, comes down the ring. AJ says, "Let me be the first to congratulate you, Seth. Good job." Even the heels are shaking Seth's hand. And then Seth says, "I used to respect you, AJ." AJ says he wants to challenge Seth to prove he's best champ.
Yeah.
And Seth says, "I used to respect you, AJ, but I don't respect you anymore, I guess because he's a bad guy now."
Right.
But I accept your challenge. And then AJ extends his hand. Seth looks at it, looks at Gallows, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows.
Machine gun.
They leave the ring. He shakes AJ's hand, and then Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson returns the apron, and then the OC just starts like poking fun at Seth.
Yeah. AJ's like, oh, he's scared. Look at him. Scared.
You're scared.
You're scared.
You're scared.
What's Manscaped? That's scary. That's the scariest thing I've ever heard. Manscaped. That's scary.
Oh, Manscaped's not scary.
No, it's great.
It's scary as harsh trimmers. It takes little bits of your flesh with it. Oh, not fun.
Oh, it's like a Cronenberg
That's
flick.
scary.
That's horrible.
After that, we're backstage. Street Profits. They're hyping the show. Montez throws to Angelo. Angelo's hungover. Says dehydrated from the after party following SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And then Sami Zayn comes up to him and says, "Hey, you guys are super, into the show now, having a good time, but just you wait. Everybody else, they show up with attitude, end up jaded."
Yeah.
Just look at Seth Rollins. He used to be edgy and cool, and now he's out there pandering to the fans.
You use the term manufactured. They're manufacturing these stars, et cetera, et cetera.
And then the Street Profits say, "Well, what about Samoa Joe?" He goes, "Oh, Samoa Joe, yeah, him too." And then camera widens. Samoa Joe's right behind him. And then Joe, as only Joe can, lets loose some righteous, furious anger.
Yeah.
And
I wish during one of these things, to motivate the cameraman being there, Sami Zayn would look at the camera guy and go, well, I saw that. Why did you just widen out? Why did you just widen out your shot?
I know, that'd be cool.
Somebody behind. Oh, God.
Oh, dear. So Joe challenges Sami to a match, calls him Kevin Owens' water boy.
Yeah.
And shoves him.
That was a nasty shove.
Yeah.
That looked like a real shove. So it was a little bit of a face move by Joe, but then that wouldn't last long.
Yeah, that doesn't last long at all.
Yeah.
And then the first announcement, Return of the King of the Ring tournament. Super excited about that.
Yes, that is awesome. So next Monday, I don't know how many matches each episode is going to have, but what's the field? Do we have the field?
Yeah, the field is 8 from SmackDown, 8 from Raw. Here, I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah, pull it up.
It should be pretty cool. It would be really cool if they'd had competitors from NXT.
I know. I agree with that totally. Like, you want a good way to showcase NXT stars? Don't have them just talk about Raw and do nothing. Have them compete in King of the Ring.
I mean, Montez wears a crown half the time. Have him in the tournament.
Right.
Here's the Raw field.
I think his Twitter handle is King Montez, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
From Raw, The Miz, Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro.
Do we have any idea, are they going to do A block, B block right
I don't know.
now?
I don't know if the finals is going to be
Raw
versus SmackDown. That I don't know.
Great.
That would be cool.
Boy, that'd be good.
SmackDown got Kevin Owens, Mustafa Ali, Apollo Crews, Chad Gable, Elias, Andrade, Buddy Murphy, Shelton Benjamin.
Okay. Now, go back to that. Let's see them all. Let's say they did A block, B block.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just saying this Raw. Let's say they did Raw on one side, SmackDown on the other.
Yeah.
What are the first round matchups you want to see? Because I'm thinking Ricochet versus Cedric Alexander would be a terrific first round
cool.
matchup.
That'd be very cool.
You get The Miz versus like maybe Baron, Samoa Joe. What about Samoa Joe versus Cesaro?
That'd be cool. Here, let me see if there's brackets out yet.
They do brackets? I feel like somebody said they did brackets.
I know they just announced the field. I don't know if they did brackets yet. Probably not. They probably don't know what the brackets are yet.
Yeah, you're probably right.
No brackets.
And then look over on SmackDown. Who would you want to see?
First round. Oh, it's probably be Kevin Owens and Elias first round. Give me Mustafa and Buddy Murphy first round.
Yeah, that's a good one. Andrade. What about Andrade versus Chad Gable?
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
That'd be really good.
And then Apollo Crews, Shelton Benjamin,
Kevin Owens and
Elias.
Yeah, Elias. Boy, that's a waste of a spot. How many other like amazing wrestlers are there, and they have Elias in that spot?
I know.
Elias is great. He's a good personality guy, but man, did he end Raw as 24/7 champion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
For the third time.
Anyways.
So Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn happens. It's not much of a match. Like Sami leapfrog over Joe. Joe catches him with coquina clutch. Sami taps. And then Joe gets on the mic and says, yeah, I may have forgiven Roman Reigns. I'm not going to forgive any of you.
You're all crap. I don't forgive you, and I never, ever will.
Yeah.
I'm a bad guy, and that's not going to change, even
Just
though
because
it was almost going to change
Yeah.
at SummerSlam, but then it didn't change. I'm bad guy still. King of the Ring's coming up. They're going to need heels versus faces, so I have to be back to being a heel.
Let's check back with me after King of the Ring and see if that's still the case.
Right. Check back in with us.
I mean, the strongest evidence.
Samoa Joe, by the way, is the early pick for AO Worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the strongest potential evidence that Drew may win it is because he's advertised to face Seth at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think he looks like, if you take a look, man, I was pointing this out to AO Worm last night. All King of the Ring winners.
I feel like they're going to make Drew wear the crown, though.
They're all. No, here's the thing about Drew.
That.
No, here's the thing, dude.
I don't want to see that.
You know that's what it is.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you. That's what it is.
I know.
Because he looks great in a cape.
I know.
And a crown.
So now if they...
he is the most King of the Ring dude there
is. If they
is.
Game of Thrones that crown up a little bit, that's the only way it could conceivably possibly work for just an iota.
Dude, tell me he doesn't look. He's made to sit.
He
on the
looks
throne.
like someone like a time traveler from the medieval times.
He does. He's the
I
most
know.
King
He totally
of the Ring
does.
looking
He
dude
totally
they
does.
have. It look weird on anybody
I just
else.
think from a storyline perspective, Kevin Owens makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, but they don't do that. They do what looks like a guy who's from the medieval times,
and then they put the equivalent crown on him that you would get at medieval times, the restaurant. The paper one that's on your seat when you get there.
You, man. What if they were to say, hey, Larson,
yeah,
your life depends on this. Which way are they going to go? Storyline makes sense, or dude looks great in a cape?
Well, I mean, like history has
kind
of
go
been
with dude looks good in the cape.
Historically, it's been a mix of both. So
you got Sheamus,
yeah.
You got Wade Barrett,
yeah, I know.
You got Triple H when he was a French dude.
No, he was never a French dude. WWE, he was the rich guy.
Yeah, the Connecticut blue blood. Blue blood means you're from over there. He was French. In his first promo for WWE, didn't he have an accent?
I don't remember that.
I think he did.
Well, his first promo, but after that, he was just pretty much an aristocrat.
In his very first video vignette, I'm almost positive he had an accent.
I don't remember. What?
You look like you got gypsy hair all over you right there.
No, it's my dog's hair.
I had to like take some of the shirts out of my office because like I couldn't ship them to people because they have gypsy hair all over.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I never wore one of these like a dog shirts myself, so there you go.
No, I had to pick up my dog this morning to get her out of the room when I got up, so to wake up my wife.
The tradition of Europeans being King of the Ring.
I understand
is
all
just
that.
Too much.
I understand all that.
Yeah. Even Booker T was speaking with like a European style accent.
Well, yeah, he was speaking with a British accent. Yeah.
Yeah, which was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, it was great.
Which was amazing. So yeah, they should have. Test could have had a much bigger career if he would have gone the European route when he won it. Didn't Test win it one year? Brock.
No, Test never won it.
Really?
No.
What did Test win?
Hardcore title. Edge won King of the Ring.
On this day,
Kurt Angle won it.
King
Bret Hart did.
of the Ring winners.
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts. Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Owen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. What the hell did Test was Test a European champion at some point?
Maybe.
Close enough.
Anyways, we had next Miz scheduled match against Dolph Ziggler. However, Dolph comes down to the ramp, to the ring. He's in street clothes. Mm-hmm. He's got one of those Asuka and Kyrie shirts on. Mm-hmm. Looks pretty solid. Jeans, a blazer. Drops a promo.
I love when a guy is making so much of a guarantee that like he could just wear other people's merch that he likes.
I know.
Then they took their picture together.
I know, it was
It
great.
was cool.
It was pretty cool. It says, due to taking all those spears at SummerSlam, he's not cleared to compete. And so Miz kind of turns away. Dolph starts to leave. He comes back and attacks the Miz.
Mm-hmm.
He's totally fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
Match starts. Fun enough match. Towards the end, Miz starts working over Dolph's leg. By that, he did one move. Puts him into figure 4. Kind of bridges up to a figure 8. And then Dolph taps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dolph taps.
And then his new gimmick is guy who gets beat gets on the
well,
mic.
it's the scene from Monty Python Holy Grail.
Right.
And even overtly referenced it this time.
He said it's just a flesh wound. I love this line. Was great though. He called Miz a coward, and he said, "You're not even the best wrestler in your family. Maurice is better than you."
Yeah, that was good.
Dude, Dolph is so getting over with me right now.
It's because they're actually
terrifying.
doing something interesting with him.
No, they're not. He's hilarious. All it is it's just funny, and funny is enough. It's not necessarily interesting.
Well, that's what I
though.
mean. I mean, for 5 years he was bitter wrestler.
Yeah.
And now he's
hilarious.
Now he's Monty Python aficionado.
Yes.
And that's in terms of the interesting spectrum. That's way further towards interesting than not.
Fair enough. Okay, you got it. Oh man.
So, anyways, Miz comes back to the ring, drops Dolph with the skull crushing finale.
Alex C here in chat says Steve likes Dolph stand-up confirmed. He might be hilarious. I might have to go. He's making a very good case for me to go to Punchline. What's here in town? Is Punchline here in town?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
There's 2 of them, I think.
It's Punchline. There's Laughs Unlimited. That's an old sack.
Yeah, Laughs Unlimited.
I think it is a Punchline.
Dolph, come to Sacramento.
Yeah, come to Punchline.
I will go. I will totally go. Anyways.
Next, we had a Becky Lynch interview where she grabs the mic from Charlie and pretty much says, yeah, you think I got a target on me? I'm coming after each and every one of you in the women's division. Mm-hmm. So she's pretty much calling everybody out.
Yep.
So she's not done smacking people in their heads.
After that, ladies and gentlemen, Elias. And he started testing out the idea that he gets interrupted a lot.
He said by a legend this time.
Yeah. And so he said, he was like, yeah, so tonight he tested out. He's like,
3, 2, 1, legend, interrupt me. Didn't
yeah.
happen. Tried it again.
You can't manufacture an interruption, though. That sort of defeats the purpose of interruption.
So he's about to start playing the song, and he says, tonight's the first night that I'll have an uninterrupted performance. And then who interrupts him, Steve?
One and only.
Ricochet.
Ricochet.
He had his Nightwing pants, but not the shirt.
Yeah. It's 2 pieces.
Yeah. So they had match. There is this crazy bit where Ricochet goes for, I think it's supposed to be a suicide dive. Elias gets out of the way, so Ricochet just lands on the floor, hits nothing. Mm-hmm. Reminiscent, of course, of Trent in Wrestle Kingdom, was that 11, 12? 11. Where he did the tope onto nothing.
Tope onto nothing, yeah.
Finish, though, saw Elias go out, grab his guitar. The ref tells him to put it down. Ricochet kicks him in the head and falls with a sunset flip off the top rope for the win, but I really like when they do this. Elias had his shoulder up. The ref didn't see it. I don't feel like inept refereeing is really a strong story beat, especially in a situation where...
so they're going to be the first round matchup then, huh?
Oh, probably. No, they're different blocks. Well, different blocks, potentially, if they do Raw SmackDown blocks.
We just made that up, though, so it's all
yeah,
good.
no. But I just feel like Ricochet, he just got out of a feud for the U.S. championship. He's a former champion. He shouldn't have to... There should be like no issue with him beating Elias.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was on a move that isn't a finisher. So
I understand.
I agree with you 100%. I don't want to see Ricochet anything with Elias. It takes him down several notches.
Yes.
So I agree with that. But I don't know. They got to give him some. But also, he was in a main event segment.
Yeah.
So there's that. I think they love Ricochet. I think Ricochet will be fine.
No, he'll be fine. And I just see that. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
This is.
I wonder if this is true. Arachno in chat says the ending was botched. It was reported.
Oh, really?
So...
Was that a situation where his shoulder wasn't supposed to be down and the ref called it anyway?
I have no idea.
I'm going to harken back to the finish at WrestleMania.
Yeah, maybe. Don't know.
Mm.
So, I don't know. Maybe we'll look into that a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. Jonathan says the botch mid-match was great. There was a botch in the middle of this match. I was typing something, so I only saw the very end of it where they were both kind of like, oh, what do we do now? And then they carried on.
Yeah. It's always fun to see people recover from botches. Some people are very smooth and some people are not.
Yeah.
Like there was something, I forget what it was. I don't know what it was.
There was something in this next match that was almost a botch that looked like it probably hurt Andrade. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, 2 out of 3 falls match. First fall happened pretty quick. Andrade rolls up Rey. He puts his feet on the ropes, and Zelina holds his feet down. Ref didn't see it. Again, inept refereeing.
Yeah, sure.
Andrade wins his first fall. There's this great bit where Rey hits a Rana, sends Andrade off the apron, follows with a slingshot splash, but only gets a 1 count. Andrade then goes for double knees, misses. Rey follows with this nasty springboard destroyer, but instead of Andrade's head being between Rey's legs, it was off to the side.
Wow, yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, that looked rough. That looked really rough.
That looked like it could have been real bad.
So just to go back to the Elias Ricochet thing, Tony Vannucci and Arachno both clarify a little bit here in chat. Elias wasn't supposed to have a shoulder up, but apparently Vince didn't want commentary to call on to talk about it. Tony says it was a Vince call after the botch finish for the commentators to highlight it. Apparently he wants credibility for the announcers and refs. No idea where they're getting that, but it sounds probably right.
Yeah, it could be.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Could be. After that, Rey misses a 619. Andrade rolls him up, gets a 2. Rey follows with a rope of his own. He gets a 2. Then Rey finally hits a 619, goes to top rope for the frog splash. Andrade gets his knees up and then like rolls through, gets him up for hammerlock DDT, and gets the win. He sweeps 2-0.
2-0, yeah.
Wow.
There was, that Rey interview was a little bit later.
Yeah. But first, we got Michael Cole interviewing Stone Cold via Skype.
Yeah.
Says that Seth Rollins kid. He says, "Is all I have, is all I love, is wrestling and championship." That's what was like me when I was in wrestling, going for championship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, watch my new show. That was pretty much it.
Except Seth isn't quite Stone Cold. I was going around dropping stunners on everybody. Hold on a second. Somebody's on the phone. Bischoff!
That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing right now. Stone Cold's so overwhelmingly happy to see Bischoff at Raw reunion.
I know. It's just funny given their
this
history.
This dude fired you via FedEx.
I know.
I mean, obviously Stone Cold got the final laugh, but the fact that he's so effusive.
And maybe that's why he's like totally cool with it.
Yeah, but it's not just that he's totally cool with it. He's legitimately so happy to see Eric Bischoff.
Yeah. Well, there was all those years where Bischoff was working for WWE.
I'm sure everything's so great with them.
I wonder if at that time Stone Cold was like literally, I've had the last laugh.
Yeah.
We're cool. We're totally cool now.
Yeah.
It all worked out for the best.
Yeah. Anyway, after that, we had
interview with Rey, where he says, "I don't really know where my career is going right now. I have the support of my family, so." And then Charlie's like, "What are you trying to say?" And he just said, "My family really supports me," and walks off.
Yeah.
So I guess the insinuation is that he's considering retirement.
Yeah, man, time to hang him up. Keep on getting your ass handed to you by Andrade.
Is this going to be a thing where Andrade wins all the matches till the match that really matters at the end?
Maskers versus hair.
Yeah.
That's what it's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be that.
Yeah, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Because, dude, this has been like a very low-key, long-term story they're telling. I love that. That's awesome.
We get more Street Profits backstage. Montez, once again, is trying to get Angelo hyped for things, including Nikki Cross and Alexa got a match later on. And then Angelo's napping, and he's cuddling a gallon of water.
Yeah, I actually, that was my pee break.
It was actually pretty funny because then Angelo comes to and then starts chugging from the gallon of water.
Yeah. I like Angelo Dawkins. I just want to see these guys wrestle. They should be wrestling. I was hoping that
just watch NXT.
I was hoping once like Takeover was done, they like start doing something on Raw. But
no, this is what they're doing on Raw for now.
Yeah, I know it sucks. I want to see them wrestle. After that, we had a Drew McIntyre interview. I did not see that.
I don't remember.
Apparently, it was a long pee break.
It was a long pee break.
Did he say anything?
Did you drink a gallon of water yourself?
Evidently, yes.
I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
Because next up we had a banger of a match. This I thought was fantastic, man. I thought this was really good. I thought the fact that they dropped a freaking top rope Spanish fly, a dude the size of Drew McIntyre. Are you kidding me? That was awesome. That was so great. These guys, for having, honestly, if you look on the spectrum, two of the most like wide, the gulf between their styles is so wide.
Yeah.
They have such great chemistry in the ring.
I know.
They have really good chemistry.
I know. Things really kicked off when Drew hit this Uranagi off the second rope. Ow!
Yeah.
They were doing crazy stuff. Like some of the moves they were doing you think would just be reserved for pay-per-view match.
They are so creative in their matches together.
Yeah.
It's sort of Like, it's like, really? That's so awesome. Both these guys just want to give everything they have.
Both these guys.
It's terrific.
We're ringside. Cedric rams Drew into the ring post, followed with a lumbar check. Cedric beats the count. Drew is about to get in. Cedric says, no. Goes for a suicide dive. Drew catches him and hits a belly-to-belly onto the foot of the stage. Mm-hmm. Ow. Cedric screaming.
Man, that lumbar check. Like, can we just stop for a second? Cedric pulled off a lumbar check on giant Drew McIntyre, which, by the way, is probably going to just, like, kill Cedric's.
You think it would hurt his knees pretty good.
All sorts of things going on there.
Yeah.
But, boy, that was awesome.
And then after that, Drew's in the ring setting up for Claymore, but Cedric can't stand up, so Drew goes over to him. They start brawling a little bit, and they end up on a top rope, and Drew's up there about to do something. Cedric runs up, Spanish fly off the top. He gets a 2. Drew goes for an inverted Alabama slam. Cedric reverses into a roll-up, gets a 2. And after that, there's this great bit where they're running the ropes, and then Drew just destroys Cedric with the Claymore.
Beautiful.
A hell of a sell
Claymore.
by Cedric.
And Cedric sold just the crap out of it. It was, oh, man.
It looked great.
It was absolutely beautiful.
It's pretty fantastic. Next.
Oh, man, hold on. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't mention this. Alex C. brings it up at ringside, the chop.
Oh, yeah.
That chop it wasn't quite Ospreay Okada, but it was damn close.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, my God. That thing was massive, and Cedric sold the crap out of it. That was beautiful.
Best. Chop's the absolute best. Next, we get the OC backstage. They're just hyping themselves up.
I love their banter. Carl Anderson looks like the happiest guy on the planet. And AJ Styles seems really happy.
It's all little asides they do.
Yeah, brother.
Because like Carl Anderson's chatting throughout the entire thing. And Luke Gallows pretty much just,
Yeah. That's right, brother. I love it, brother. That's great. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good, brother.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
And then they all have so much stank when it comes to their too sweet.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Next, we have Charlie waiting outside Brock Lesnar's locker room because we saw Heyman go through. I don't know why it made me laugh, but Heyman is going through the metal detector, getting in the arena, stares at the security guy, and just goes, beep!
That was good.
So angry. And then, right through the metal detector, takes a little bit of a left, and there's Brock Lesnar's locker room. It's probably a broom closet.
Yeah. No, there was something going on in there, but it was not Brock Lesnar.
No, I don't know what it was. The door was all banged up.
Oh, man.
So Charlie's waiting outside, saying, I'll have an interview with Brock or Paul. Mm-hmm. And then we get No Way Jose versus Bob Roode. The beard is back.
Yeah, the beard's back. He's still Robert Roode.
Still floundering without any sort of character.
Okay, but this is, as commentary pointed out correctly, big match for both these guys, but more for Robert Roode.
Yeah, he's from the Toronto area.
Is that the only reason?
He's on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's not going to be something more from
This is not a renaissance.
The King of the Ring.
This is not a renaissance.
Come on, man. We need a renaissance for Robert Roode.
I would love that. He should go back to NXT.
No, he shouldn't. Because there's nothing. It's main or bust, man. It's main roster.
He should go back to Impact.
Oh, did you see that?
What, Dr. Wagner?
Yeah. This Friday, I might co-stream that.
No, this is the TV tapings are happening this Friday. I don't think they're streaming this Friday.
What?
That's what it said. TV tapings.
Crap.
You gotta pay attention, man.
Why would I start that now? I'm 40 years old.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So you're not sitting there Friday night waiting to co-stream, and they're like, "What the hell's going on here? Why are they showing some show from 2006?"
I'll co-stream that too. What do I care?
Probably
more entertaining than they're doing now.
I don't know. Dr. Wagner Jr. is going to be there at some point. Next, we did finally get that Paul Heyman interview, and he said, much to his chagrin, they're very upset about this. Brock won't get a rematch against Seth, paving the way for Brock to mosey on over to SmackDown Live. You got a locker room that resents him apparently, and now all love Seth for beating him, and then now he's not getting his rematch. They're upset about it. They're going to whine about it. That's going to lead him to SmackDown.
I do wonder if there was any sort of internal network to network. You got to figure, man, when they started crowing about having like roster people, there had to have been some sort of meeting of like between networks.
You'd
and
think they'd
WWE
kind of have a bit of a draft
and said, listen, we're going to have the Universal title on USA with Seth and so whatever, and then SmackDown, you guys are going to get Brock. There had to have been.
You think there'd been some negotiation about as far as
they cannot go into this in October without some clear lines as to, okay, this is what you can expect, and then this is what you can expect. Are we good with that?
Yeah, you'd think so.
But no, I think, and I love that. I love the idea of Brock going to SmackDown. I think that's a great idea. So after that, we had Lucha House Party versus the Revival. This is a fun match.
Yeah, and it was
the 2 seconds.
2 seconds it lasted, and then R-Truth and Carmella come running down the ramp. Loser locker room gives chase. All sorts of chaos and madness around the ring, and then the Revival hit a heart attack on Truth. They both pin him. They are your new 24/7 co-champion.
I do love that Corey immediately, when I think Cole or Renee or somebody said, wait, but which one is the champion? And Corey just yells out, they're both! They're co-champions! And that's exactly how it played out in the ring.
Yes.
It was great.
And then Kalisto hits a Salida del Sol on Scott Dawson, goes for the pin. Dash Wilder pulls Kalisto out of the ring, but Carmella puts Truth on to Dawson. He gets the pin. He is champion again. Truth and Carmella, they're back. They run backstage. Loser locker room gives chase, and they come around the other side of the entranceway essentially. And then they go down to the stage and go behind the Titantron. They go backstage. They're celebrating, and they don't see Elias kind of creep up behind them. He's like waving for a ref. Okay, come on.
Their periphery is terrible.
Yeah,
especially Carmella's. She really should. She kept on looking at.
She was basically looking right at Elias.
Yeah.
Elias hits Truth with guitar, pins him. He is new 24/7 champion.
Yep.
Next, we had the Natalya promo we covered pretty much already. She regrets nothing. What she said, what she did. And next, she said her arm was, or she had a dislocated elbow.
She had to get like an MRI tomorrow.
Yeah, and so once she was healed up, she's coming back after Becky. And then she said it was 1 year ago that her father passed away. And she had a dream where he said, I'm proud of you. Cue Sasha's music.
She had a dream. She
finally made it.
Finally made it. Sometimes made it.
And then she comes to the ring, hugs Natty, asks for a mic, and then destroys her laser out. Her wig comes off, or she pulls it off.
She took it off. Yeah.
She has blue hair now.
Yeah, blue hair. Heel turn confirmed.
Yeah.
That's how that works?
Maybe. Then we covered when Becky comes out, tries to make the save. Sasha beats the heck out of her with a chair and then tosses her into the ring steps. So this should be good.
Yeah, no, this should be super good. I'm very much looking forward to this. It's something, man. It's something with some stank to it.
Yeah.
Love it. It's good stuff.
Next, War Raiders versus Carter Mason and Sebastian
Suave.
Yeah, they pronounce his name differently. Like Suave?
Suave?
Something like that.
I don't know. I checked out as soon as I saw who it was.
Yeah, we got a War Raiders promo. They said, we've been here 4 months and beat everybody.
No, they beat nothing but chumps. I'm so tired of this.
I'll tell you, squash matches do nobody any good. And then, of course, War Raiders win. Viking experience. That bit where Ray Rowe Uranagi'd Mason on Sebastian.
I mean, it looked very vicious.
Yeah, it looked vicious. It looked great, but yeah, it looked like it hurt.
Yeah, it really did.
It looked dangerous.
I don't know, man. Something.
They just need to do something with them. I agree.
The revival.
They should do something with them. They could have dropped the whole "Hey, we're Vikings" thing.
No, they don't need to do that.
They do need to do that.
They don't. They need to fight a real opponent. They need
do,
a feud.
but these promos are like, yeah, Viking stuff. It's all very cheesy and formal.
Once they get into a feud, they'll have something to talk. They have nothing to talk about.
No, they're gonna come to the ring in like a giant Viking ship. If they do that, that's gonna be their Mania entrance.
I'm sorry, you would have a problem with that? That sounds amazing.
That seems kind of cheesy.
Oh my! It's all the cheesier the better, man. That's why these things are great.
I want hanging with War Machine, man. There's a couple of cool dudes that look awesome and do amazing stuff in the ring. That's all I want.
Well, they look awesome.
Isn't that what
Stone Cold?
Isn't that what Stone Cold said? Let's just focus on the characters. Let them be people.
I don't care
just
about
these crap gimmicks,
man. Can we just start with having a good feud first? Well, honestly, once they get into a good feud, they'll stop talking about being Vikings, so we'll have something else to talk about. Oh man, I'd love a giant Viking.
No, because they're gonna talk about other stuff in relation to them being Vikings. Everything's
cool.
gonna be.
And Rusev was on a tank. You didn't complain about that.
Yeah, but he wasn't like he wasn't a tank from like 100 years ago. It was a current tank. It fit into his character, which is still very much based on him as a person. It wasn't some crazy
man.
Either they're time traveling Vikings or they're just like such extreme Viking aficionados that they want to be Vikings so bad that they cosplay as Vikings.
I would have marked out if it was a tank from the 1916 or whatever. That'd be cool. I'd be into that. I like military history.
I want hanging with War Machine. That's what I want.
I know, but if they're hanging with War Machine and doing the same thing they're doing now, they're still just squashing jobbers, and it doesn't matter.
I'm not dismissing that. I'm just saying if they get into a real program with a revival and it's going to be them, oh, we're Viking, we're going to plunder and stuff. Okay. It's not to the same degree, but it's the same hokey garbage that buried the Ascension.
No, losing buried the Ascension.
Well, I mean, when they dropped that first promo and doing that crap hokey
trash
promo
about the road, about everybody, they're obviously ripping off, and they're not good, and they're not like really good wrestlers. All War Machine needs, man, can you imagine them in there? I don't care if their gimmick is like, Hello Kitty aficionados. If they're in there tumbling with the freaking Revival, that's just inherently going to be really, really good match.
Yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely. After that, we had an Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross interview where they said, you know what? We're still tag champions. So there you go.
There you go. They have tag match.
Yeah.
Taking on Asuka and Kairi Sane. Paige drops a promo. She's off prepping for neck surgery. She has to get in their neck surgery.
I know.
So she
Probably
can't be there.
Hurts waking up in the morning. Poor girl.
Mm-hmm. Fun match, though. Alexa tags herself in at one point and then kind of drops off the apron, walks to the opposite side of the ring, gets in, hits the DDT on Asuka. Kairi breaks up the pin. Kairi drops Nikki with an Alabama slam, goes up the top rope for an insane elbow. Nikki rolls out. Kairi hits her with a crossbody instead, puts her back in the ring, hits the insane elbow. Alexa breaks up that pin. Asuka goes after Alexa ringside, tries to kick Alexa. Alexa moves, so Asuka kicks the ring post, and then Bliss pushes her into it. We're back in the ring. Alexa's distracting Kairi, allows Nikki to hit a swinging neck breaker. Nikki tags in Alexa. Alexa falls with Twisted Bliss for the win.
These two teams have such terrific chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
All the little things. Number one, Alexa Bliss. The other three are already really good at all this stuff. It's just been really fun to watch Alexa Bliss, especially given that she had to take a lot of time off, really come into her own as somebody who gets the little things, the little things right, because that's the stuff that really kind of matters, It's been a lot of fun to watch that, and she's able to hold her own in the ring doing those little things. Along with a terrific tag team like Asuka and Kairi Sane, and then of course her tag team partner Nikki Cross. They all have really good chemistry together.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to complain about a clean finish, but at the same time, I do want more for these two teams, and obviously I want to see Asuka and Kairi Sane pick up those titles. I think that they really need to continue that somehow. So yeah, I don't know what to do, but. I don't know what they should do, but I just want to see more of them in Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Maybe what they should do, since there's with Alexa and Nikki, they're not exactly cheating, but they're bending the rules to get the win.
Yeah,
taking advantage of opportunity. To mitigate that, they should totally have a tornado tag match.
Yeah. Ooh, boy, that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. It's a great idea.
Next, we had Seth talking to camera, saying, "I'm champ. I did what AJ couldn't do. I beat Brock." Twice.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and show him why. I'm champion. Beat AJ.
He had very cock of the walk
going
on, but he's still just layers of dork under there.
Yeah.
And FBOS.
I'm very eager for that shirt. That's going to be a huge seller. I'm telling you what, man.
All right. Well, yeah, man. I could whip that up. I brought my iPad today.
All right.
Whip it up in
At
10
lunchtime.
minutes.
There you
Put
go.
it up on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah.
Banger.
Money.
So much money.
Main event, Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. Fun match. Finish saw Seth. He's up the top rope for a frog splash. Carl Anderson gets on the apron. The ref comes over and says, "Hey, Carl Anderson, you get off this apron." Gives Luke Gallows an opportunity to push Seth off the top. I don't know if the ref just felt the bump in the ring or something. He looks around and he tosses.
He just didn't like it. He didn't like the vibe.
Something smelled fishy.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with your little face makeup there, Doc Gallows. Carl Anderson. They used to call you a machine gun. It's not good. It's not appropriate.
You're out of here.
I don't like the vibe. There's weird stuff happening. Get out of here.
So we get a little bit more action. Seth is set up for a stomp, and then Gallows and Anderson, they need to leave the ringside area after getting kicked out. They just run right back in.
Yeah.
They lay out Seth. The OC starts stomping on Seth. Ricochet comes down, tries to make the save. He ends up on Luke Gallows' shoulders. Carl Anderson drops him with a boot of doom. AJ's like, all right, give me Seth. He's setting up for a second rope Styles clash. Braun runs out. He lays out Anderson and Gallows. AJ comes running at him. And then Braun, in like one fluid motion, drops AJ with this great-looking tilt-the-whirl power slam.
Oh, it was beautiful.
That looked great.
It did.
And then he hits another on him. Mm-hmm. He gets the Universal title, hands it to Seth, shakes hands.
I mean, there was a little bit of him looking at the title first.
But then AJ challenged Braun to a U.S. title match next week on Raw. Mm-hmm. That's happening.
Yeah.
That's happening.
So yeah, it was good stuff. I thought the main event sequence was pretty fun, and then Ricochet gets to get in there and do that stuff.
Yes.
How much of this SmackDown Live preview, which we're about to read, how much of it is fluid, Larson?
A lot of it, but there's not a whole lot of information beyond the first entry.
All right, here we go. Roman Reigns to clash with Buddy Murphy tonight on SmackDown Live. Roman Reigns has accepted the challenge of the man he interrogated last Tuesday and will go one-on-one with Buddy Murphy tonight on SmackDown Live. The big dog first confronted Murphy at the conclusion of last week's show, demanding that Murphy give answers on what happened to him the previous week and what was assumed to be a forklift accident. When Murphy refused, Reigns pummeled him until he gave up a name because he's a snitch. Rowan. He said, remember. Daniel Bryan's massive peer attacked Murphy during the SummerSlam kickoff, telling Murphy to keep his name out of his mouth. After a rough week, the best-kept secret, who's not good at keeping really good secrets, did not lay low, instead taking to Twitter to issue a challenge to Roman Reigns. And this is what he said on Twitter. Been saying for months now I want an opportunity to show what I can do. What do I get? A cheap shot and attack during what could have been a great SummerSlam match. I'm not waiting. I'm challenging Roman Reigns to a match tomorrow on SmackDown Live. Give the people what they want and piss off Ghost.
The big dog was happy to accept. Not about holding anyone down. I'm all about seeing if people want to step up. Consider this me accepting your challenge. See you tomorrow night on SmackDown Live, buddy.
Champ. Tiger. Concludes what will happen when Buddy Murphy makes his SmackDown Live in-ring debut against Big Dog.
Big Dog.
Find out tonight at 8, 7 Central on USA Network.
Will Randall Orton respond to Kofi Kingston's kendo stick attack? At SummerSlam, Randy Orton looked to disrespect WWE Champion Kofi Kingston by humiliating him in front of his family. However, Kingston wasn't having any of that. The WWE Champion unleashed his fury on the Viper, first with a barrage of strikes, then a kendo stick, and capped it off with a thunderous Trouble in Paradise. Will the Apex Predator have any response to Kingston's attack? Indubitably. What's next for Kevin Owens? This is a great still right here. It is. It's fantastic.
Kevin Owens about to lay out Shane McMahon. After risking his WWE career to get his hands on Shane McMahon at SummerSlam, Kevin Owens found success at the biggest event of the summer, staggering the best of the world with a stunner to pick up the victory. With the win, can KO put McMahon in his rearview mirror, or will Shane O'Mac continue to be a thorn in his side?
It'll be the latter, I'm sure. Who will step up to Bayley next? SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley took on a tenacious Ember Moon Sunday night at SummerSlam and emerged victorious, connecting with the top rope Bayley to belly to retain her title. Having turned back the Sheenom, what's next for the Hugger? Who will be next to step up and come after her title? Find out on SmackDown Live tonight, 8, 7 Central on USA Network.
The SmackDown preview has been written by Bobby Millick.
It should be Charlotte after beating Trish. She should want that title.
All them horsewomen all in title feuds. I love it. I think that's a great idea. But Ember Moon needs to be in something juicy also.
Yes, agreed.
Terrific.
Agreed. Let's take some questions. Michael Forbes, King of the Ring winner to get number 30 at the Rumble. That seems too far away.
You should get a house show title shot.
There you go. Network special title shot.
Network special, yeah.
Knee Kyle. Bray went too far or something. Where was he? Apparently, they edited the lantern out of the YouTube version of his entrance.
I'm not too pessimistic about that. That might be a YouTube thing. If they want to keep their YouTube channel family safe-ish.
Maybe.
Keep that lantern.
I mean, it wasn't like it was dripping blood or anything.
Its eyes were sewn shut, man. It was pretty disturbing.
It is, but it's obviously not real though. It's a lantern.
Cody Miles, how close to orgasmic was Cole when he screamed, "Is it? Is it? It is! It's boss time!" Ooh. He was very orgasmic.
I did like that he called it jackhammer or jackknife. And then Corey ribbed him about it.
Chill Hefty says, do you think Sasha changing her hair color to blue is similar to Finn using different colored gear? White Trunks Finn is wimpy compared to gray Trunks Finn. It's a bit of a stretch there, Hefty.
Yeah, I think so.
Bit of a stretch.
I think so. Austin Luff. King Corbin has a nice ring to it.
King what? Who?
King Corbin.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
They should name it like the Baron of the Ring. It could be Baron.
Oh, that's the Baron. I'm Baron.
The Universal Jones. How'd you get so handsome? Who's he talking to?
Who did he say? What is,
It wasn't directed towards anybody. Nick C would like an impression medley for his birthday, please.
An impression medley?
Yeah.
Nixie, it's your birthday. I find it funny that what's another? That's your birthday, baby.
There you go.
That's the best I could do. Alex C, maybe Andrade will win, so him and Charlotte can be king and queen.
There you go. Guion, who's worse, Roman Experiment or boring Rollins?
What's worse?
Yeah.
The Roman Experiment.
Uh-huh.
Only because, man, that was like never ending. That took forever, and like you could just see how bad it was the entire time. Because there were like fits and start. It was like he was good, he was cool, and then he was like not cool, and then he was cool again, and it was not cool. It's like just be consistent. You know?
Yeah. Little Fettuccine, thank you. Dylan Haggett with a pair of questions. The Uncaged albums or unreleased songs. I haven't heard those then. And then asks, is Gold Andrade best Andrade? Yeah. Yeah. Gold Andrade is best Andrade.
It's Gold Andrade. So yes, I would say it is.
Yes, without a doubt.
Let's see here. I have a little Raw QA thread here, and then I'll get to the Patreon one. Mean Green, who do you guys want to see win the 24/7 title next that hasn't previously won it? Carmella. Mine is number one is Carmella. I think that's going to be a big deal when they do that. At least in terms of the 24/7 thing.
Bobby Rivera asks, who would win in a shoot fight, Seth Rollins or No Way Jose?
I don't know No Way Jose's history. For all I know, he's like a killer shoot fighter.
The only thing I know is he used to be in the military.
I mean, you kind of got to give the edge to him, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Military dude. Let's see here. Zeke the Geek. How would you like to see Raw go TV 14 like SummerSlam? I'm down for that.
Does that mean severed head lantern? Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as I'm concerned, everything should be like unrated edition.
Yeah. Alex Foster, how would you guys have the 24/7 belt defended in the next 2K game? That's a great question. It just has to be like an option where you set run-ins during a match.
Mm-hmm. That would be terrific if there was an option, a separate match option for 24/7, and then like people come piling out running.
That should be a new mode too. Is you can just have open world backstage, not just in career mode, just in exhibition.
Yeah,
just walk around. You run into somebody as a 24/7 champ.
I agree totally. I mean, that should be sort of like the backstage should be like your menu basically. You know, you walk to one place and you can unlock. And, you know, you opt for a one-on-one match. You go to another place, you go to 2-on-2.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be too much, but, you know, it should be a bit more realistic like that.
Yeah.
W.S. Fletcher, why wasn't Cole just letting things breathe? Let the moment happen without exposition. At a certain moment, I clearly tuned out because Michael Cole would not stop talking. I agree, man.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes they'll just say something, and I know it's Vince getting antsy because he's got like, I don't know. He just doesn't like dead air.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you need that drama.
Yeah,
man.
no, you need silence to let the moment just happen. Mr. Sinister, what wrestlers from SmackDown, Raw, NXT 205, and UK would you guys like to see in the King of the Ring tournament, and who would win it?
Tyler Bate from UK.
Peter Dunne.
He's in NXT now, man. He's in Prime.
Yeah, that's one of the things, NXT.
Okay. Well, it sounded like you were trying to supersede my Tyler Bate.
Well, Tyler Bate's got something going on with Walter right now.
Tyler Bate.
Really doing
Tyler Bate.
No.
I mean, if I'm being real about it, in the UK.
Jordan Devlin in the UK.
Oh, he's
not doing anything.
That's a good one.
On 205.
If it was top choice, it'd be Walter. It'd be Walter
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, let's be realistic.
Realistic.
Jordan Devlin.
He's not really doing anything right now.
Okay,
Jordan
205.
Devlin. Let's do 2 from UK.
205's got to be Drew Gulak.
Yeah, Drew and
Humberto Carrillo.
yeah, I thought him too.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. Who else from UK? About Bomber Dave Mastiff in there. Joe Coffey.
Yeah, I thought Joe Coffey.
He calls himself the Iron King, doesn't he?
I mean, really, you want Zach Gibson in there.
Well, he's in a tag team now. This isn't King of the Tag Team ring.
Fine. What about the Mod Father?
What about Eddie Dennis? Can we agree on that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can. Well, yeah.
Once he's healthy.
Done.
From NXT. 2 from NXT. Peter Dune.
Damian Priest.
He's had like 2 matches, yo.
You're not going to budge me on this one, Dexter Lumis.
Okay, yeah.
With car
He's had 1 match.
Yeah, I know.
Lil Fettuccini asked, favorite Dwayne Johnson movie?
Favorite rock. Oh, man, totally. It's that Richard Kelly movie.
Southland Tales?
Yeah.
I think it's trash.
That's the one. It is, but it's fascinating. Trash.
No, it's not.
Southland Tales is the AAA wrestling of movies.
That's an insult to AAA wrestling.
No, man, it's the Triple Mania.
No.
That movie's a mess.
Yeah, it is.
There's some really good ideas in it.
Yeah.
There are some good ideas in it.
Meh.
How he handles time travel is very interesting.
All right. Still a trash movie, though.
It is a trash movie. But it's got that great little dance number with Timberlake.
At the bowling alley?
Was that at a bowling alley?
Yeah, it probably took place at bowling alley.
I got soul, but I'm
Oh, the
not.
Killer song? No, that was awful.
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 Oh, I loved it.
That was awful.
That's great. It made no sense for the movie.
No,
though.
because the movie's awful.
Yeah.
It's an awful movie.
It's a weird movie. You know, a lot of people worked on that movie, man.
I
Shouldn't
know,
call
I
it awful.
appreciate-
You shouldn't call it awful. That's rude, to be honest with
It's
you.
just my opinion, man. I'm not gonna begrudge anybody for putting their effort into it.
Yeah.
People tried, and they tried to make a crap movie.
Yeah.
It just turned out that way.
I know, and the ending was so bad.
Remember when the cars fornicated?
Yeah, that one dude had a good line though.
Yeah, maybe.
Donnie Darko's dad.
Yeah, it was a terrible movie.
Oh man, is there a place in Hollywood for Richard Kelly?
Doesn't seem like it these days. They gave him ample opportunity.
They gave him a little. Yeah, they gave him some opportunity. You ever watch The Box?
No.
It should have been like 30 minutes.
I kind of stopped with him after Southland Tales.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of when I
good
saw the
idea.
director's cut of Donnie Darko, I was like, "Oh, this is what he wanted it to be."
Yeah. I know. I'm trying, man.
Yeah, the rundown wasn't bad.
I like when I see.
For rock movies, rundown.
I like when people are ambitious, man.
I like when they're ambitious, but at the same time, if you're really ambitious and your ambition just leads to garbage,
Yeah.
maybe you need to dial it back a little bit.
Fair enough. Oh man, best rock movie though.
The rundown's not bad. It's
Okay,
perfectly
so
enjoyable.
the actual best rock movie is Moana.
Oh yeah,
That's the actual best
that's a
rock
really good movie.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie.
I haven't seen any of the Fast and the Furious movies. I'm sure they're
neither have
fun.
I.
I'm sure they're fun.
They seem pretty ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Mummy 2.
I got soul.
That's what DJ Guttercat says.
A soldier. Let's see here. That's a good question. Dragon Reborn. Are high intensity guys a thing of the past? Viking Raiders barely get a reaction. It's because they have them doing the exact same thing every week. Mm-hmm. I think good wrestlers are universal, and they'll never go out of fashion. And they're really good wrestlers, and we never get to see
I
it.
feel like they got dialed the Viking stuff back a little bit.
That's one
Let
has
them be.
nothing to do with the other, though. Just let them do cool wrestling stuff with
I
other
know,
cool
but
wrestlers.
if they do cool wrestling matches and they're still put up there like, hey, we're Vikings, people are like, this is corny. It's gonna
They're gonna not care about that stuff. They'll just be like, oh,
be.
cool,
No,
they're
about
good
that.
wrestlers.
If you got a corny gimmick, I don't care how good matches you put on, people are gonna think your gimmick's corny.
That's a good question. So, who's been the best wrestler with a corny gimmick? I'm sure Chad will have some good answers for us.
And was that gimmick enough to put you off seeing their matches because their gimmick was so corny?
Well, that's what we're getting at.
Yeah,
here.
I know. But
Yeah.
I feel like we had to add that, not just who the wrestler had a corny gimmick.
Oh,
It is a mid-'90s gimmick.
ooh. So we got some Eugene, Glacier. Undertaker is such a good. Yeah, this is like you saying back in the day, I'm tired of this dead man stuff. Can't he just be a cool dude?
And then he was a biker.
Yeah, and I actually liked him better as a biker, so maybe you just proved the point. Lord Tensai. Terry Taylor.
Sammy Garcia, drop a quick promo for Manscaped as Prince Devitt with the Bullet Club.
Oh, hey, that's a good question, but I feel like we'd have to write it out first.
Yeah, we do. We do want that to be real. So
yeah,
we'll
that
write
have
it
to
out.
be real. That's a good one, though.
There's plenty of answers here.
Yeah, there's lots of good answers here. Fandango. Was Fandango like putting on 5-star matches though? Like he's a good wrestler.
Bret Hart.
Yeah. So like I've yet to see anybody who like, yeah, Tyler Breeze. Too often though with these gimmicks, they don't let them do that stuff. They don't let them do cool stuff. With the War Raiders, it's like they're letting them do cool stuff, even with these jobbers.
Alex C says the Ringmaster.
There you go.
All right, we'll call that a W for Larson.
Yeah, but none of these on these, none of them. They never let them do like cool stuff in the ring. Raven was a cool gimmick.
Raven was a cool gimmick.
What was Raven's gimmick? Grunge cult leader?
No, he was just a curmudgeon. Whiny curmudgeon.
Grunge curmudgeon?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Shockmaster. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, maybe you won that one. So that's it for the show. What do we got coming up for Overrun?
Don't know yet. Figure it out in the next 10 minutes.
Cool. All right. I'm going to eat lunch then. And
Good
then,
idea. I'm hungry too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sammy Garcia says
we'll
the
do
Godfather
Overrun.
was a terrible gimmick for someone's a good wrestler, but bad gimmick.
I mean, is Charles Wright going to put on 5-star matches, though? I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Overrun's coming up in a little bit. So $5 patrons at patreon.com/Steven Larson. And then, of course, YouTube channel members, just hit that join button. You guys can check out Overrun either live or on demand after the fact. And we also offer it up on your podcast app, so you can listen to it as well. Just import your RSS feed into your podcast app. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. We appreciate it. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.